pace car now hitting pit road. Up front, Clint Boyer and Ryan Blaney. Row 2, Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon. And now for the start, here's the Motor Racing Network's Joe.
Open. Clint Boyer, Ryan Blaney, side by side. They stay that way as they head to turn 1.
Into the banking of turn number 1. Ryan Blaney creeps ahead just a bit. They're already 3 wide. Daniel Suarez jumps from row 3 all the way to the number 4 spot with a bold 3-wide move.
Close conversations between Suarez and A.J. Allmendinger. That's the battle for third. Meanwhile, for the lead, Boyer to the bottom, Ryan Blaney to the high side. Give Boyer the edge down low here early.
Chase Elliott got shuffled on a line early, and he's going to drop all the way back to position number 6. Up front, Clint Boyer will lead the field. Back to turn number 1, Ryan Blaney goes second.
Blaney rides in that number 2 position. Third spot now belongs to A.J. Allmendinger. Fourth is Aaron Jones. Suarez drops back to 5th. Then it's Austin Dillon and Chase Elliott.
Jones on the move indeed, up into the number 4 position, right on the rear decklet of A.J. Allmendinger. The battle right now is for 6th. Whoa, go back up to 3rd. Jones got to Allmendinger a little loose and goes to the inside.
And talk about getting loose. A.J. Allmendinger on the start of this race, getting down to the turn 1, made it 3 wide, got underneath Chase Elliott. And I'm telling you, they got to do it right now. They got to get their position as they exit turn 2.
Who will be the animal on this restart? Waiting for the green flag, go back up in the air to begin stage number 2, and Ryan Blaney is just gone. Chase Elliott now will have to battle with Daniel Suarez. Behind them, it's A.J. Allmendinger and Austin Dillon side by side.
Side by side for the 2 spot right now. Daniel Suarez on the inside lane, trying to hold off Chase Elliott. Big run for Elliott off the top of 2. He'll move to 2nd place.
Right now, Blaney by about 5 car lengths over Chase Elliott. Suarez now back into 3rd. Allmendinger and Austin Dillon. Top 5 nose to tail back through 3 and 4. You got to go back to Paul Menard, looking to the inside of Danica Patrick for 6th.
Those front 5 cars, nose to tail, side by side.
Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch, row 1 and looking for the green flag, and they will set sail. $1 million on the line, and the green flag is out. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch. Then it's Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, and Dale Jr.
Here they come into turn number 1. Nobody able to get a clean break on the start. Larson now will begin to edge ahead. Kevin Harvick right in his footsteps, trying to file the way to go to the inside of the Kyle Busch machine. Can't get it done off 2.
Right now, top 3 single file led by Kyle Larson down to turn number 3. Kyle Busch already trying to get to the bottom before Larson does. His car washes up the banking, opens the door for Kevin Harvick down to the inside.
At the back of the field, we see Ryan Blaney picking up 5, 6 spots already. Chase Elliott rolling quickly as well. Daniel Suarez not picking up quite as much as Kyle Larson leads back to 2.
Front 6 are single file, all huddled up at the bottom of the racetrack. Around the outside, way in the back of the pack. Boy, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, freewheeling in that high groove.
It was 3 rows of 3 wide when they came by a last lap around, but Kyle Larson is single file and by 3 car lengths up front for the lead.
Top 10 are minding their own P's and Q's, but from 11th on back, Dave, they are racing hard. You've got Denny Hamlin back there, Truex, Casey Kane, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, and others.
Bit of a bare knuckler toward the back of the pack. Daniel Suarez having the best luck of the 3 drivers on the softer tires. He's picked up about 8 spots, and he's going after Ryan Newman.
Right now he is looking to the inside of Ryan Newman right now as they work it back into turn 3. Newman all the way up, part of a 3-wide battle. Suarez takes out 2 drivers.
Minute a lot with a top or bottom. Probably at this point of the race, figured, okay, a 2nd place finish is going to give me a good average. I'll just hold on to what I have. Harvick's there in 3rd, Jimmy Johnson 4th, and Brad Keselowski's 5th.
So let's drop back a little bit further in the field, Dave, and pick up some of these guys that really have to find some speed here late. Denny Hamlin coming across the line. He's 8th. Then McMurray, Casey Kane, and then comes Daniel Suarez just outside of the top 10.
And just a spot or 2 here in the final laps could make a difference in the average when it comes time to decide who goes to the final round. Everybody trying to grab what they can before this round is over.
Right now, that's the tightest battle on the track within that top 10. McMurray down the bottom of the racetrack. Suarez pedaling hard, trying to see if he can gain a couple of more spots. Casey Kane in between those 2 drivers.
It is all Kyle Larson as we come around to complete the first stage. When they come back to the line, stage 1 will be complete. And Kyle Larson will move on and be guaranteed a shot in that final 10-lap run. Here he comes off turn number 4, a 2.5-second lead over Kyle Busch. And Kyle Larson will win stage number 1 of the All-Star race. Kyle Busch is 2nd, Kevin Harvick 3rd, Jimmy Johnson 4th, and Brad Keselowski 5th.
Stage 1 is complete. Kyle Larson is the winner.
Battle for 3rd.
driver to experiment with the high side. It's working for Jimmy Johnson, the low Chevrolet, all the way up to that third position. Shutting the door now on Kurt Busch as he dives it down to the low side and takes third.
Front four cars break away, led by Kyle Larson. Those front four single file. Then three wide once again. Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, and Jamie McMurray.
They're going to try and get it sorted out by the time they get to the corner, and they do. The man on the move right now is Jimmy Johnson, putting that option tire to work as he looks to the inside on Kyle Busch.
Good drag race down the back straightaway. Busch with about a car length advantage on Jimmy Johnson, trying to protect the low side. The low Chevrolet right on the rear deck lid of Kyle Busch, trying to loosen him up and gather second.
And a lap one free fall for Kevin Harvick. He started in third, and he has fallen all the way back to eighth. Now he'll get by Brad Keselowski up to seventh as Kyle Larson leads.
Kyle Larson trying to pull away yet again. He's got about 6 car lengths in hand. The battle for second continues.
Moves back up on Denny Hamlin, who almost gets the wall at turn number 3 and 4. The Miller Lite Ford also bobbles off the fourth turn.
They fall back in line, save the cars, come back down the line as Kyle Larson is on his way to another stage win in the All-Star race.
Heading midpoint down the back straightaway, just a cruise for Kyle Larson right now. The Target Chevrolet hitting his marks right to the bottom white line in turn 3 and 4. A good turn advantage over the rest of the competition.
Kyle Larson dominated in stage number 1. He will dominate and win stage 2. Kyle Larson comes across the line. He'll be followed by Jimmy Johnson. Kyle Busch still waiting on Kurt Busch. He comes across the line now in 4th. Jamie McMurray finishes 5th.